have made progress but have not yet reached a final agreement. Displaced Lebanese continue to return to their homes as the ceasefire remains in effect. And approximately 2 million Omani Riyals, 18 usufruct contracts are signed for food security projects in a number of governorates of the Sultanate of Oman. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Defence Affairs, received at his office in Muaskar Al Murtafah Air Army General Fabien Mandin, Chief of Defence Staff of France, and his accompanying delegation. During the meeting, they reviewed the strong relations between the two countries. They also discussed the latest regional and international developments, exchanged views on strengthening common interests, and addressed a number of issues of mutual concern. His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Al Nu'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, also received this morning at his office the Chief of Defence Staff of France and his accompanying delegation, who were on an official visit to the Sultanate of Oman. During the meeting, the two sides reviewed the historical relations between the Sultanate of Oman and the French Republic and discussed ways to enhance bilateral cooperation to strengthen the security of both nations. Military topics of mutual interest between the Sultanate of Oman and the French Republic topped discussions of Vice Admiral Abdullah bin Khamis Al Raisi, Chief of Staff of Sultan Armed Forces, with Air Army General Fabien Mandin, Chief of Defence Staff of France, and his accompanying delegation, who are currently visiting the Sultanate of Oman. Air Army General Fabien Mandin, Chief of Defence Staff of France, and his accompanying delegation visited Maritime Security Centre. During the visit, the guest and his accompanying delegation got acquainted with the facilities of the centre, as well as the latest equipment, systems and devices used in the maritime security field. The guest was also briefed about the tasks and roles played by the Maritime Security Centre in management of the security operations, in addition to search and rescue operations, as well as preserving the maritime environment. U.S. President Donald Trump says that U.S. talks with Iran are going on well and that he expects to have more information by the end of the day. Trump said in a Truth Social post today that his representatives are going to Islamabad, Pakistan tomorrow night for Iran's negotiations. Meanwhile, Iran's chief negotiator said that his country wants a lasting peace so that the war is not repeated again. According to Iranian state media, Parliamentary Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf met the commands in a televised interview last night, a few days before a ceasefire deadline is to expire. Ghalibaf said negotiations in Pakistan's capital, Islamabad, didn't address the mistrust, but the U.S. and Iranian negotiators reached a more realistic understanding of one another. Ghalibaf said that the two sides achieved progress in Islamabad talks, but disagreement remained on some key issues, including nuclear program and the Strait of Hormuz. The fragile ceasefire between the United States and Iran is due to expire by Wednesday. Residents of a neighborhood in Beirut's southern suburbs began cautiously returning to their homes after a 10-day ceasefire in Lebanon and Israel was announced. Elsewhere, workers cleared debris from heavily damaged buildings, while others removed furniture from affected apartments, loading belongings onto pickup trucks and transporting them out of the area. In Nabatea, Displaced Lebanese returned to inspect their destroyed properties yesterday following a ceasefire and vowed to restore their homes and rebuild their lives. Destruction was widespread in Nabatea as traffic moved through streets lined with damaged buildings and rubble. Meanwhile, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres condemned the attack on UNIFIL forces in Lebanon that killed a French soldier. The UN Secretary-General said that this was the third such incident in recent weeks, resulting in the deaths of peacekeepers, emphasizing the need for all parties to respect the ceasefire. A 10-day ceasefire in Israel and Lebanon appears to be holding. Work is progressing on strategic road projects across various governorates of the Sultanate of Oman. The completion rate for the Sultan Saeed bin Taimur Road, Hema Thamrate, reached 18% across its three parts at a length of 400 kilometers, which is being developed to be a dual carriageway. Works are also progressing on the Sultan Faisal bin Turki Road, Daba Lima Khasab. These two projects are being implemented within the 10th five-year plan. Also, the most prominent road projects within this plan are completion of the Sultan Turki bin Saeed Road, part from the Al-Kamil wal Al-Wafi Sur, completion of the Sultan Taimur bin Faisal Road, first phase of Al-Batna Coastal Road, and the Far Road projects. The launch of the Mutawarith Inherited Initiative as a cultural and artistic platform in the Far Governorate was celebrated today at the Sultan Qaboos Youth Compound for Culture and Entertainment in Salalah under the umbrella of the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Youth. The event program included a series of introductory presentations showcasing the cultural and productive content of the platform, highlighting the symbolism and significance of the Fari incense burner, locally called Al-Majmar, its chronological evolution through the ages, and the role of women in its production. The launch event also featured accompanying training programs and workshops aimed at teaching young people the techniques of traditional Dhofari ceramics, thereby contributing to the transmission of this craft to future generations. The ceremony was held under the patronage of His Highness Sayyid Marwan bin Turki Al Saeed, Governor of Dhofar. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning, in cooperation with the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Water Resources, signed 18 agricultural usufruct contracts today for investment projects distributed across several governorates of the Sultanate of Oman. The total investment value of these contracts exceeds 1.9 million Omani riyals, and the project cover an area of approximately 300 acres geographically distributed across the governorates of Al-Brahmi, North Al-Sharqiyya, North and South Al-Batna, and Wusta and Dhofar. This reflects a balanced approach to developing the agricultural sector throughout the Sultanate of Oman. The signing of these contracts embodies the integration between the relevant government entities and reflects national directives aimed at maximizing the utilization of agricultural land through sustainable productive investments. His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Nasser Al-Bakri, Under-Secretary of the Ministry of Agricultural, Fisheries and Water Resources for Agriculture, confirmed that the ministry's plan for the year aimed to launch 400 projects with an estimated investment value of 400 million Omani riyals. He also pointed out that the self-sufficiency rates in food security in the Sultanate of Oman reached high levels by the end of 2025. The Ministry of Education and Association for Children with Disability discussed ways to support educational initiatives and rehabilitation services for children with disabilities during a visit by Her Excellency Dr. Madiha bint Ahmed Al-Shaybani, Minister of Education, to the association's headquarters. More details coming up.
How are you?
With small fingers and big dreams, Rinad begins her day alongside her friends at the Association for Children with Disability, where she makes elastic bracelets. She has mastered crafting in class.
This is for me? Yes, thank you.
I am happy. I make jewelry.
The Association for Children with Disability is a non-profit, volunteer-based charitable organization dedicated to providing educational and rehabilitative services to children with disabilities in the Sultanate of Oman. Through its centers located in several governorates, the association contributes to supporting social inclusion efforts and empowering this group to acquire life and educational skills.
We are non-profit organizations. We have 8 centers around the country. We have around 360 children with disabilities and different disabilities. We have different programs for different disabilities and different needs, such as occupational therapy, physiotherapy, sensor rooms. We have different programs for kids with autism.
My role is to increase their independence, strength and movement through a variety of physical exercise and physical training. Here we have a list of physical pathologies like cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, epilepsy, any problem that involves the joint or muscles, developmental delay and other pathologies.
The Ministry of Education and the Association for Children with Disability seek ways to support educational initiatives and rehabilitation services for children with disabilities in order to integrate them into public schools and universities. However, the association strives to provide the best services for those children and their families and to continue developing its programs despite the challenges, thus contributing to strengthening social inclusion. The Association for Children with Disability is helping individuals turn their talents into opportunities, proving that ability always finds its way to shine. Ruqayya Rashid Al-Khdairi, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
Aimed at enhancing campus life and addressing everyday challenges, the Turning Point Hackathon concluded at the University of Technology and Applied Sciences in Muscat, with winning teams recognized based on innovation, feasibility, and potential impact. More on this report.
The Turning Point Hackathon, led by the Student Advisory Council at the University of Technology and Applied Sciences in Muscat, offered a platform for students to turn ideas into practical concepts with a focus on improving campus life, from making better use of university spaces to enhancing the overall student experience.
As a member of the Student Council, I am pleased to support such initiatives as they give students the space to share their ideas and contribute to a more engaging and supportive university environment.
Guided by mentors and specialists, participants were divided into 25 teams, working to address real-world challenges within the campus environment. Their projects were later presented and evaluated by a judging panel, assessing each idea for its innovation, feasibility, and potential impact.
We're very excited, very happy that we won this hackathon. We have seen many students suffering in the parking lot, searching, and it takes a lot of time and consumes time, and it's tiring. So we developed a website that you can, from one click of a button, you can check the parking lot.
I'm so happy and so proud to get the second in hackathon about our project. We are Smart Locker. This Smart Locker or Smart Hub will be in the university in different spaces. It will gain tools. These tools, students use it when they forget the tools in the home. And also there is a printer so they can print the papers that they needed.
Our project named Spark, which has a new smart sustainable parking system for the university. And we're so happy that we had the chance to participate and win in the third place, actually.
At the closing of the event, Team Owl Sense secured first place, followed by Team Unify in second and Team Spark in third. Additional recognition saw Radad Center Team receive the Best Sustainable Idea Award, while the UTAS Hub team was honored for Best Presentation. As the hackathon concludes, the next chapter begins for ideas aimed at serving the student community. Reporting from the University of Technology and Applied Sciences in Muscat, this is Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi.
This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Highness, the Deputy Prime Minister for Defense Affairs and the Chief of Defense Staff of the French Republic, reviewed the good relations between the two countries and the latest regional and international developments. The U.S. President indicates that negotiations with Iran are progressing at a good pace, while the Iranian parliament speaker says that peace talks have made progress but have not yet reached a final agreement. Displaced Lebanese continue to return to their homes as the ceasefire remains in effect. And with approximately 2 million Omani rials, 18 usufruct contracts are signed for food security projects in a number of governorates of the Sultanate of Oman. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night and stay safe.